So by now you're probably wondering, what can we eat? How are we going to keep from dying? Even healthy food is bad for us? No. Don't get that worked up. It's still good. Actually, very good. I love the meat. I love the veg. I love the healthy fats. And you will too. Let's explore that a bit. So what do people go, man, we're freaking doomed. What are we going to eat? Nah, man. There's lots of lovely, tasty animals. Isn't that what PETA stands for? People for the eating of tasty animals? Right? So, like, look, can you be super healthy being a vegan? 100%. Is there probably even some good benefits of periodically going on vegan fasts? Yeah, I think so. I think the Catholic Church, that's why they probably either divinely or innately discovered, we're just going to do without meat on Fridays, eh? Give our gut a rest. And being disciplined about it. Like set a day. Like, don't just be arbitrary. By the way, same with your desserts, right? Just pick a day. Don't pick every day. Don't let it be random, right? Pick it. Have intention, be on the plan. Lots of yummy stuff from lamb to beef, all that. But what do you need to make sure of? Because of that biomagnification, by the cleanest source possible. Not the cleanest you can afford. If you can't afford to eat clean meat, don't eat meat. Okay? Right? It's like your kid. Can't afford to buy the helmet for him, don't put him on the football team. Okay? All right? Healthy oils, right? Healthy oils. Get your healthy fats. Yes.
I have one every day.
That's such a great thing to do. There's lots of things that indicate that's good. Coconut gets a bad rap. You get the healthy fats in your garbanzo beans that you've soaked and your nuts that you've soaked, right? Lots of yummy things that you can munch on and chomp on. Squashes, we're getting ready. I put this picture in because squashes are superfoods, eh? And they're great pasta alternatives. They're not perfect pasta alternatives. But zoodles, I dig zoodles. And I got my little zoodle machine, so it's kind of fun to make them. Zoodles kind of is good. Pumpkin, it's not just for jack-o'-lanterns. Who would have thought? Super good. You ever had a good baked pumpkin or pumpkin puree or pumpkin soup? It's like one of my favorites. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Butternut squash, acorn squashes, superfoods, super good for you, right? They become awesome russet potato alternatives. Okay? You get those little mini baking, the pie potatoes, bake them. Just bake that. So cut it in half, scoop out the seeds, throw some ground lamb in there with some herbs, and bake that. You are in for a treat. It tastes super, super good, easy to make, doesn't take a ton of time, and it's really good for you. I'm a fish junkie. Anyone else a seafood junkie? Like some people I don't like seafood. I can tell you 100% of the people that I've said, hey, I don't like seafood. And I go, that's because you haven't had real seafood. You get seafood right out of the water because it breaks down real fast. Like real fast. And that's the thing. So but that's also why it's so good for us. Because it breaks down real fast. Our bodies can use it so much. It's hard to digest that cow. It's hard. Fish, really easy, man. And I like all of it. I could eat everything there. It's so good. You do want to make sure it's clean sources. But we live in California. As crazy as the proggies are, it's kind of nice too, right? We're a little more conscious of like the crap we put in the water here versus the East Coast, where they're still making electricity out of coal. And so all this PCB and mercury vapor and stuff goes up in the air, it rains, goes down in the ocean, and it gets concentrated in the fish. We don't really have so much of that problem here on the West Coast. So Monterey Bay Aquarium, you can go on there and every month they update the list. They're doing tissue samples of everything they catch off our coasts, all from Alaska all the way down to, I think, Costa Rica. And they test it and they give you the ratings of how much of what kind of junk is in it. Side note, women aren't supposed to eat fish while they're pregnant because of
mercury.
And yet you can inject their infant with mercury. How crazy is that? Huh? No, it's not the same. It's the mystery mercury. Okay. All right, there you go. All right. Thank you, Mr. Wizard. All right. Veggies, you guys look. Some of those things came off the list. We can still have our nightshades in moderation. You know, just don't all the time it. Just don't all the time it. Start trading things out, okay? Start trading things out. Still got lots of them. We got farmers markets all the time. Farm to fork. They just had the big farm to fork thing that, in Sacramento. It's a big thing. We're blessed in this community. There's really no reason not to be eating healthy other than our stubbornness. Berries are superfood. Basically, when we do our 21-day cleanse, you get to mow berries, man. Eat berries. You want stuff to nosh when you're sitting there watching Netflix at the end of the night. Throw some dark chocolate, some walnuts, and some berries in a bowl and just nosh to your heart's content. All right, when I say dark chocolate, 75% cocoa content or more. Okay? Okay? Once again, easily available here in Cali. Maybe it's not in Wisconsin, but it is here. Cherries. You used to say just tart cherries, sour cherries, but now we know, guess what? Sweet cherries too.
And they're good.
Cherries are good. They clean out your heart.
And they help with gout.
They help with gout. They relax your blood vessels. Good stuff, right? I mean, if you're going to sit there instead of eating the popcorn or whatever, eat this. Better for you. Make sense? So you see what I'm saying? Doing this right should not feel like drudgery. Okay? Doing this right should not feel like drudgery. And when people go, yeah, but it's kind of costly, I'm like, compared to what? Hospital bills? Tubes in every orifice? Getting organs removed? Lifetime of pharmaceuticals? Like, compared to what? Yeah, well, the government or my insurance pays for that. I'm like, all right, stupid is what stupid does, man. That doesn't make any damn sense to me.